Guys, every day brings us closer and closer to the HBO Harry Potter TV series. I am a hardcore Harry Potter fan, and I am so excited about this show. And in my last video, I talked all about how we are getting a more book-accurate version of the events than the movies in this show, and it looks like that is just becoming more and more true. If you are a fan of the books like me, you will know that the first Harry Potter book actually starts differently to the movie. In fact, it shows Uncle Vernon as the main character going about his day at work the day after Voldemort killed the Potters and disappeared. And in new leaked footage from on set, it is clear that we are getting that exact scene. In fact, the show might start with that scene. So let's talk all about it today. What's up guys, Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more dumb stuff that I think is cool. Let's get into it. Okay, so it is confirmed we are getting Vernon's day at work, which is what it is being like colloquially known as online. This is part of chapter 1 of Philosopher's Stone, The Boy Who Lived, where Uncle Vernon goes about his day. There's been a bunch of leaked footage of Uncle Vernon, who is being portrayed by Daniel Rigby, alongside Belle Powley, who will be playing Aunt Petunia. I actually haven't seen Daniel Rigby in anything before, but he looks really great in the role. Belle Powley, on the other hand, I have seen in The Morning Show, a very different role for her than I'm sure Aunt Petunia will be, but she's great in that show. And Uncle Vernon has a very strange day, the day after Voldemort disappears, where he encounters a lot of strange people around his work. Uncle Vernon is the boringest, most anti-magic guy ever, as you know, and he works at a drill shop called Grunnings. Now, Daniel Rigby is looking quite dapper here as Uncle Vernon. I'm not gonna lie, comparing him to Richard Griffiths, he looks very, very different. I mean, he's obviously not as overweight as Richard Griffiths, and to be honest, Uncle Vernon is described as like horrendously overweight with like a fat neck in the book, so they are going a little bit in a different direction here, and to be honest, I think that might be just a response to maybe what some people would label them being woke, or them just being aware that maybe like fat phobia isn't like the best thing to put into the show. Even though I kind of think that, like, I mean, Uncle Vernon is a bad guy and he's also overweight. Like, the two aren't linked. That's just his character. I don't know. A lot of people also commenting that Uncle Vernon actually looks kind of hot, which is definitely against the nature of the Dursleys in the books, as well as comparing him to Parks and Recreation's Ron Swanson, who of course is portrayed by Nick Offerman.
I like to call them by the wrong name to let them know I don't really care about them.
I definitely see the resemblance there, and in this leaked footage we can see them shooting a scene in which Uncle Vernon comes out of a shop with a donut or some kind of pastry or food and bumps into a man dressed in bizarre clothing and a purple robe who crashes into him and falls to the floor. You can see it here in the footage. I'm playing it over the screen. I'm gonna read straight from the original Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone text to show you that this scene is exactly from the books. It comes after Vernon has had several encounters and has overheard people in strange clothing saying the name Harry Potter, wondering if that is his nephew, and it goes on from there. He found it a lot harder to concentrate on drills that afternoon, and when he left the building at 5 o'clock, he was still so worried that he walked straight into someone just outside the door. I mean, there is no denying this is that exact moment, and it goes on. Sorry, he grunted as the tiny old man stumbled and almost fell. It was a few seconds before Mr. Dursley realized that the man was wearing a violet cloak. And there is the violet cloak right there. He didn't seem at all upset about being almost knocked to the ground. On the contrary, his face split into a wide smile and he said in a squeaky voice, "Don't be sorry, my dear sir, for nothing could upset me today. Rejoice, for you know who has gone at last. Even muggles like yourself should be celebrating this happy, happy day." And the old man hugged Mr. Dursley around the middle and walked off. Now, it doesn't appear that that hug happens, but the wizard in the purple robe does bop Uncle Vernon in the face, maybe in a friendly way, but of course Uncle Vernon would be very offended by that. But that is the exact scene we are getting. Of course, the man in the purple robe, a lot of people speculate is a minor character called Daedalus Diggle, who appears later in the show and is described wearing a purple robe, so a lot of people think that that might be him. I don't know if that's ever officially confirmed. Hey guys, just quickly, I'm covering the Harry Potter series amongst all kinds of other pop culture movies, games, TV shows. 2000s, 90s, millennial, Gen Z, pop culture, and nerd culture. So if you're into that kind of world, I would love for you to join me here and subscribe. It would mean so much to me. I am gaining subscribers every day and it's so awesome. So please jump on board and check out some of my other vids. It would mean the world to me. So yeah, thanks so much. Let's keep going. Furthermore, we see a bunch of other leaked footage of a bunch of wizards crossing the road and getting in the way of Uncle Vernon's car. They are all celebrating loudly because of Voldemort's demise, which is another interesting tidbit going on here. And all of this goes on to Uncle Vernon's confusion about what is going on. This is such a disruption to his normal, quiet life, and he doesn't understand what's going on. I am so excited about all of this. I think this scene is amazing. And I think focusing a little bit more on Uncle Vernon and the Dursleys would be great. Of course, they were very prominent in the early films, but they got a lesser and lesser role later as the series went on. And I think it's really important, if this series does run through the entire Harry Potter series, to get to that end moment, the final moment for the Dursleys, which is Dudley kind of apologizing for his actions and telling Harry that he doesn't think he's a waste of space. A really powerful moment in the books that was deleted from the films.
I don't think you're a waste of space.
Thanks.
Having this focus on Mr. Dursley shows me that they are going as book accurate as possible, down to the violet robe, and that is exactly what I want from this series, so this was awesome to see. Whew, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'd love to have your opinion now. What do you think of this scene? Do you think it's wise to open the show with Uncle Vernon instead of like the way the movies did it? And are you as excited for the show as me? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you are in the area that they are filming, I mean, obviously some people live in this area of London and are filming it. Let me know what you've seen, what you've heard. I'd love to have an ear on the ground in the area. If you've got nothing to comment, but you want to help me out in the algorithm anyway, just comment below Muggle. That way I know you made it to the end of the video and you're still here watching, and it really helps the channel. While I've got you, I'm all over the internet doing dumb stuff that I think is cool. All my links are down below. And if you like this video, I'd love for you to watch my video on why Voldemort won't be a woman in the new series, despite the rumors. And if you just want to watch all my Harry Potter content, check out this playlist right here. That is pretty much it from me though. My name's Ready Mike. This has been The Inside of Mind, and I'll catch you later.